Welcome to this explainer. Man, if you've been feeling like the news cycle has been moving at absolute warp speed lately, you are completely right. Today, we're unpacking the sheer volume of global and national breakthroughs that hit us in June 2026. Seriously, it was a month that completely redrew the map across diplomacy, tech, and human achievement.
So let's dive right in. Just ask yourself, what connects a groundbreaking lunar water discovery, the blueprint for a 350-kilometer-per-hour bullet train, and Lionel Messi breaking yet another historic record? Well, the answer is that they all literally collided in this single action-packed month. We're going to look at the facts and unpack just how insanely dense these 30 days really were.
To make sense of this massive influx of information, we've structured this explainer into 5 key chapters: global diplomacy, economic growth, defense and tech, national milestones, and finally, sporting triumphs.
Let's kick things off with Chapter 1, Global Diplomacy and Geopolitics, Shifting Alliances and Highest Honors. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's state visits yielded some massive top-tier recognitions this month. Over in Seychelles, he was awarded the Guardian of the Blue Horizon, and in Slovakia, he received the Order of the White Double Cross. Top honors, right? And on top of all that, India was prominently seated at the table during the G7 summit in France, which really underscores its growing strategic footprint on the world stage.
And the rest of the world was shifting just as rapidly. Right in our own backyard, critical talks advanced the India-Myanmar-Thailand trilateral highway. Globally, a landmark U.S.-Iran peace agreement actually secured an immediate ceasefire and reopened the Strait of Hormuz. That is huge! It's one of the world's most critical oil routes. And then in Europe, a sudden, massive political shakeup saw UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer resign.
India's strategic influence is also deepening within major global institutions. We have Vivek Agrawal taking on the role of Vice President of the FAF. He's now helping set global standards against money laundering, which is absolutely crucial for international financial security. At the same time, noted economist Neelkanth Mishra stepped in as India's executive director at the World Bank.
Moving on to Chapter 2, Economic and Infrastructure Growth, High Speeds and Soaring Statistics.
The sheer scale of these upcoming infrastructure projects is just immense. We're talking about the approval of India's first green hydrogen-powered train in Haryana, straight through to the launch of Air India's Easy Connect flight service. And looking just a little bit ahead, the budget officially locked in a 2031 target for a phenomenal 350 kilometers per hour Delhi-Varanasi bullet train corridor.
Now, to accurately track all this rapid economic expansion, a brand new metric was introduced. It's called the Index of Services Production, or ISP. It's basically designed to give us a much clearer month-by-month picture of short-term growth in India's booming services sector, acting as a real-time counterpart to the traditional industrial index.
What's really fascinating about the May data is the contrast. While overall industrial output grew by a very solid 5.1%, the electricity and gas supply sector absolutely surged by 9.9%. That indicates a massive, rapid ramp-up in core energy demand and infrastructure utilization.
And that brings us to a really crucial number, a $7.1 billion current account surplus for the first quarter of the 2025-26 fiscal year. According to the RBI, this was driven directly by strong service exports and robust remittance inflows. To put that into perspective, that represents 0.7% of the entire GDP.
Here's a really surprising did-you-know moment for the transport economy. June saw the launch of Bharat Taxi in Gujarat. This is India's first cooperation-based, driver-owned ride-hailing platform. It's such a fascinating model because it empowers drivers by making them the actual owners of the platform. It's a huge push for more affordable and transparent transport.
Let's pivot to Chapter 3, Defense, Tech, and Space, Securing the Future.
Our defense sector saw major reinforcements across the board. Out at sea, 3 indigenous naval vessels, INS Agrai, Dunagiri, and Sanshodak, were commissioned. Meanwhile, the Coast Guard received its first indigenous hovercraft, specially designed to seamlessly navigate shallow waters and mudflats. Within the ranks, we had a leadership transition, with Lieutenant General Dheeraj Seth appointed as the new Army Chief. And at the Defense Investiture Ceremony, Gaganyatri Prasant Nair, one of our future astronauts, was awarded the prestigious Kirti Chakra.
On the tech front, we saw contrasting but equally massive breakthroughs. Down here on Earth, Reliance Industries and Meta announced a landmark partnership to build India's first AI-enabled hyperscale data center in Jamnagar, Gujarat. Meanwhile, looking up at the stars, China's Chang'e 7 mission successfully demonstrated the extraction of water molecules from the moon's south pole. From hyperscale AI processing power to harvesting lunar resources, the technological frontier is just expanding so rapidly.
That brings us to Chapter 4, National Milestones and Governance, Records and Restructurings. Let's just take a second to appreciate the sheer scale of these milestones. Prime Minister Modi completed 4,399 consecutive days in office, officially making him India's longest-serving elected prime minister. In a massive win for cooperative federalism, the NITIO saw all 28 state chief ministers attend its meeting for the very first time. Educationally, Sikkim hit a near-perfect 99.82% literacy rate, becoming the 6th fully literate state. And making history in the courts, Justice V. Mohana became only the 2nd woman ever elevated directly from the bar to the Supreme Court.
On a profoundly individual level, this next story is just incredible. 23-year-old Sharu Pandey cleared not 1, not 2, but 19 distinct competitive exams. Seriously, 19. Her sheer dedication earned her an exclusive invitation to receive the prestigious at-home honor at Rashtrapati Bhavan. It is an incredibly memorable achievement that really highlights the immense drive of the youth right now.
We also tracked some critical governance and societal developments this month. This included the resignations of Champat Rai and Anil Mishra from the Ram Mandir Trust amid ongoing investigations into alleged financial irregularities. On June 25th, the nation officially observed Samvidhan Hatya Divas, commemorating the 1975 emergency. And on the infrastructure management side, the government rolled out the Country Roads Project. This is an ambitious plan to assign a unique digital ID to literally every single road in India.
Finally, Chapter 5, Record-Breaking Sporting Triumphs, Dominating the Global Arena.
Whether on the board, the court, or the pitch, the victories were just staggering. Our Pragnananda made chess history as the first Indian to win the prestigious Norway chess title. Over in tennis, Alexander Zverev captured his first Grand Slam at the French Open. Back home, RCB finally broke their IPL curse, winning the 2026 title with Virat Kohli taking Player of the Match. And Team India absolutely dominated globally, topping the ISF Junior World Championship with 24 medals, winning the FIH Women's Nations Cup in hockey, and claiming a record 6th SAF Women's Championship in football.
Globally, sports tournaments are scaling up at a breakneck pace. Both the FIFA World Cup and the ICC Women's T20 World Cup expanded their formats to 48 and 12 teams respectively. And right in the midst of this massive expansion, living legends are continuing to shine. Lionel Messi officially reached 18 all-time World Cup goals, somehow cementing his legacy even further. We wrap up our sporting overview with a major generational shift in Indian cricket. Shreyas Iyer took the reins as the new T20 captain. We also saw a remarkable maiden call-up for 15-year-old batting prodigy Vaibhav Suryavanshi. Imagine being called up for the national team at 15. Veteran Rohit Sharma was rightly recognized with the Padma Shri. And in badminton, the powerhouse duo of Satwik and Chirag continued their utter dominance by clinching the Singapore Open men's doubles title.
From the depths of the ocean, with the blue horizon, to harvesting water ice on the moon, from massive economic shifts to breathtaking sports victories, June 2026 really had it all. So I leave you with this final thought to chew on. Out of all these incredible geopolitical, technological, and sporting shifts we've explored today, which one do you think will truly shape the world for the rest of the year? Keep learning, keep questioning, and thank you so much for joining me on this explainer.